The one who answers prayer. The one who answers prayer. The one who answers prayer is your name. Say, hallowed be your name. Hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come.
My name is Bukola Adeleke. Call me 2024B. I had a lot, and I was expecting a lot from God. I had got my healing, and God has given me insight, clarity on the things I should be expecting and be asking God, not just be praying amiss. I have greatly gained a lot from it.
HomeComing is a camp meeting where we get to separate ourselves unto the Lord, and we stay there for days praying, fasting, and demonstrating and seeing the powers and the miracles of God.
HomeComing, I was told, was basically a sort of, it's December now, so like end of the year, just get together. Until I believe Pastor said he went for a meeting. Just some words that I just poured Pastor on, and before you know, Pastor changed HomeComing to a camp prayer manifestations. Boys, encounters meeting. So I believe that's how HomeComing came about.
Spectacular. It is the ability of every HomeComing meeting to set your soul on fire. I have been around since the first HomeComing in 2019. And HomeComing for me has always been a meeting of conviction. Because why? Prayer will always birth conviction. Intense praying and everything that follows intense prayers. Convictions, miracles, visions, signs, wonders.
First HomeComing was 2019, around December. I was in 100 level still. I just started getting the exposure of the days of God, and it was new, it was fun. When you pray like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, like, it's fun. So Pastor said this HomeComing, or rather that first HomeComing will be 26 hours. 26 hours prayer. That's not 1 day. That was 1 day and 2 hours. If I remember well, we started the prayers by 12 p.m. and 26 hours will be 2 p.m. the next day. So we're praying now. We got there, no other, we're praying. Towards the afternoon time, one of my guys, I won't mention his name, fainted. I was like, But towards the night period now, that's when the war began. I think Pastor gave us a very short break before that night period. We didn't even pray inside. We prayed downstairs. I remember I was in a chariot still. I remember Leader Annabelle was one of my chariot leaders. And then we did things to stay awake. We were walking upstairs, downstairs, walking around the staircase, just different things. So the experience basically was, I don't think I'll ever forget it in my life. That was the first time I was praying for that long. Really, it was. And I'm grateful because I know on my own I would never have prayed that long. I would never even have been serious with God like this. So basically, my first HomeComing experience was one that I know changed my life. I know I'm still reaping the benefits of that HomeComing 2019, going for that now. But basically, it's just growth and expansion all the way. And even as we're increasing in number, the prayer time itself is not reducing, it's not dropping. Another 48 hours, I believe, if I remember correctly, I think it was 60 hours.
What really shocked me most was the 80 hours prayer. The qualitative prayer time with God has really done a great thing. My spiritual life has changed from where it was, from the position it was, to a better place now.
This is my first HomeComing. When I heard about HomeComing, I wondered what it was all about. But then I was told that it's events in Dead Razors. And to be honest, I was scared, I was skeptical, I was nervous. I was excited, and I had this red hot desire that I was going to meet God, because all I heard about HomeComing is that you will get tangible experience about God.
Yes, awesome time in God's presence. And when I mean awesome time, I'm talking about fire, light, glory, power.
What else can we ask for? You know, seeing young people gather together, praying with so much intensity and for such long period of time. They're not praying for car, they're not praying for money, they're not praying for material things.
It's just like you could just come to a place where you can just express yourself. You don't even care who's looking at you because everybody has their own issues, everybody has their burdens to carry. And I also had my own burden to carry. And I was just free.
It was very intense. And one of the things that helped it in that path, that direction, is that we had chariots, all right? We had chariots in other HomeComing, but this time we still had chariot, and it was something that helped us, all right? We were praying and we were literally riding on the horses of fire, right? Our hearts were concentrated on what God was doing, what God was showing people, burdens, basically. People were catching burdens, people were crying, people were groaning, were different moves of the Spirit, and everything was just basing down to seeing who God is, knowing God's heart for men.
There's a whole lot God has in store for us. There's a whole lot in God's mind. There's so much of a burden. And there's this particular section I loved the most was when Pastor actually led us into catching the burdens of the Lord, getting into the heart of the Lord. And it was even common in the prayers of the chariots. We literally felt what Jesus Christ felt on the cross, seeing that no man is forsaken, no man is meant to be damned, no man is meant to be lost.
But when I got on the campground, God told me, this line that kept ringing in my head, said, there will be many that came, but the transaction was very personal. The meeting was very personal. And from day one to the very end, I can see that it was as if I was the only one in the entire meeting. Even though, yes, there was pastoral prayers, even though, yes, there are meetings that we have that we get to hold ourselves and, you know, be as brothers and sisters as we are. But everything felt very much directed to me.
And to be honest, personally, this HomeComing changed my life. And till now, the chants are in my head. My rookie's voice is in my head. Sir Fortune's voice is in my head.
I had to tell others, if you come to this HomeComing, what you receive, you don't live with the tangible experience of God, then you never listen to me again. And now, after the end of the program, some of them were telling me, and they're even telling me that when is the next HomeComing?
I came in very sick. I've been to different hospitals and the rest. But it's HomeComing this year, I got healed. Not just that, I prayed. HomeComing is basically a meeting of prayer. It's a meeting where we get to pray the Lord's desires out. We get to pray our desires out.
That is why I can very well say that in the next coming years, I'm going to, as a president, based on what I saw, I'm going to basically go more in God's will for my life. I'm going to enter even deeper and scarier. I would say scarier because the things I saw, in terms of visions that God gave me about the vision ahead, very, very intense.
You know, it's been such a wonderful time. The year 2024 has had a very pivotal one in the plan of God for us. We've had 2 HomeComings this year. This is actually HomeComing 2024. And the question will be, why did we choose to have 2 HomeComings at this size of magnitude for 1 year? Well, this decade is the decade of the double harvest. Since 2021, the Lord has been pressing in our hearts to reach out to the dark places of this world, to save people in their idioms, and to bring them to the purpose and to the mission of Jesus as well. If you're going to fulfill God's plan for your life, then we have to begin to pray. If we're going to do this, we have to begin to pray. And this is why we have chosen to consecrate ourselves. It's been such a great ride. Myself, hundreds of young people, old people, gathered from the nation Nigeria. We've consecrated ourselves to seek God for this period of time. And it's been awesome. It's been great. It's been massive and intense. The projection is this: for the next 5-10 years, practically almost all nations, the fire, the storm, and the power, it's going to be so big because Jesus is going to have what he did for him. And that's the soul of every human being on planet Earth. The devil is in trouble.
I encountered God in a way I could not explain. Like, I saw God. He was telling me things. Questions that I myself had no answers to. I received answers this year HomeComing.
The experience has been absolutely heavenly, both literally and figurative. I got to meet God. I got to see visions of the plan for dead raisers as a whole. All I can say is that we are definitely taking over.
It's been an awesome time at HomeComing 2023.
God touched us, and our lives will never be the same. It's impossible. I can swear it.
In fact, we can say that whosoever has attended HomeComing has truly been impacted by the power of God.
If you are dead, if you feel dead inside, if your soul lacks zeal, come to HomeComing. You will pray, and the Lord will impart in you His own desires. The Lord will show you what it means for a man to really walk with God.